Let's go. I really got the feeling today that everything is going my way. Now this is what I'm talking about. Every time I see your smile, it makes me shout. Let's go! Let's go! Nothing's gonna stop us today. Get on the bus or get out the way. We're cruising with the radio on. So turn it up to 10. Here comes our favorite song. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Hello, welcome to another Tuesday. It's actually the last Tuesday of the year, 2019. As you can see from my if I can get this to work. Come on, 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 come on. Yes. As you can see from my Christmas hat, this is the last episode of IoT Tuesday for the year 2019. And as I mentioned in last week's stream, is that we're ending today's episode with the last sensor connection. Going into 2020, it's going to be project big. So after today, I'll be putting out a series of projects that you think we should work on. Just vote on them, suggest projects, and hey, we're going to work on them. We're going to, build a project on the show together. Remember, this is uncut and edited, so you're going to see me do all the messing up, working things out, and hopefully you're going to have fun. My New Year's message is just normal that I have a New Year's message. So, my New Year's message to you is, come 2020, you would have picked an additional skill. You would have done something interesting, learned something new, shared, and build a community. So, don't slack, don't be too tired, don't be too conversant or complacent. Build a community, learn something, share something, help someone. Let's make the world a better place. So, when we come back, we will be talking about how to connect a groove relay to the Azure Sphere right on this show. Stay with me. Hi, yes, we're back. So let me take you to the workbench and show you what we'll be doing. So as you can see, this is Azure Sphere. This is the relay. As of now, the relay is not connected to anything. So as you can see, it's just idle. It's just, it's just right here, connected to nothing. Now, and you can see here, I have a fan. This one of these computer server fans that I have running. Now, this is running directly with AC current, like it's plugged on an extension over there. So the idea, what we're trying to do today is that I want to put a piece of code on the sphere. For today's show, we're not going to connect to Azure IoT Central or IoT Hub. We're just going to deploy this locally. I'm going to show you how you can connect this relay to the Azure Sphere, add a few code that we can trigger this fan using the Azure Sphere and the relay. Now, what's the idea? The whole idea is that we'll be able to send data from IoT Central or IoT Hub or from anything to actually tell this sphere to turn on the relay, which in turn is going to turn on the fan. What are the typical use cases? Let's say we have various gas sensors or let's say we have a temperature and humidity sensor as well connected to the sphere. What's going to happen is that we can set some ideal environmental variables, or we can set some ideal situations. So let's say if the temperature goes beyond a certain degrees or Fahrenheit, we can actually turn on the fan to cool it down. Or let's say if there's a detection of certain gaseous compounds, in the atmosphere that is harmful to us, we can trigger the fan to blow that off, or open the vent and all that. So this is a building block to project and stuff that I would want us to build come 2020. So let's get right into it. So for now, I'm just going to leave this to run, and then let's come back here. So to do this, I'm going to go over here. Let me bring. So Groove has actually created some libraries, and the people at Microsoft have actually made some modifications to it to make it easy. Now, in my research, or in my quest to figure this out and share with you, I have an unbiased opinion of this. It is quite difficult for a hobbyist to get started with Visual Studio on the Azure Sphere. Not too difficult, but there's some complexities you need to jump. I noticed that if you're doing it in Visual Studio 2017, it's much easier and simpler as compared to doing it in 2019. I'll try to engage the Microsoft team on Azure Sphere to see what we can do to make it a lot more easier for hobbyists and entry level people. But today we'll be using a sample repo from the Seed Studio. So I think I already have that, but let's see. Let's do this. Let's do Groove. Let's do this. Azure Sphere. Groove Shield. Yes. So let's do this. No. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is the library, but I want to be sure, so I would actually go. Yeah. So this is the shield, as you can see. Uh, So we're using this and then the relay. So this and this is what we're going to use. So let's go down. This is just telling us what it is. And as you can see, the groove relay can go on the digital output. So if I should flip back to, let's push this here some bit. And if I should bring this up here, you can see that this is on GPIO 00. So that's what I've connected the relay to. All right, that's a digital pin. So let's go ahead and see. This is the not that. Yeah, so this is what we want to use now, because the GPIO for the relay is also going to be on a digital GPIO to actually use a 1 volt or 3 volt to trigger or turn something on. That's what we're going to use. So they have an example for the groove buzzer. I think I have the groove buzzer somewhere. If I replace it, it still works. Give me a sec. Let me pull that out. Um, let's see. I actually pushed. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, the buzzer is here. I mean, just to show you that you can technically, once it's a digital GPIO, you can use that. So we're going to use. So this is what we're going to use. We're going to be using the. Let me get this a bit bigger for you. So we're going to use the buzzer, and then we'll switch it with the relay, and that should work perfectly as well. So let's do this. All right. So it says that to do this, we need to download. We need to download the shield. So I'm going to go over here. I think I have already done the download, but I'm going to walk you through the process so you can see how that works. So it's in the samples, and as you can see, just some settings you need to change. Make some changes here, change the bit rate, and we can use that. All right. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to clone this as always. Let me open my. There you go. Okay. So I think I have it here as empty something. Where's that? Yeah, cd repo, and then let's do, okay. Yeah, I think so. I think mine is an MT3620. But for the purpose of you watching and to let you know that um this is actually, how do you call it, something that we can do from scratch, I'm going to do all this again. So let's do this. Azure at just a sec. Okay. uh, let's see. Okay. I'm just trying to I'm just trying to call some people's uh, attention to this. Let's see. Okay. All right. So let's do this. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new. I'm going to create a new um, repo for this, so you can see that. So you can see how we go through the process. All right. So let's say. All right. Let's do this. And let's just call this MK. Let's just call this the relay. So cd relay, and then so now I am in this relay. All right, um, here. So let's go ahead. I'm going to copy this here. Let's come back here, and then let's do get clone, paste this, and then we're cloning it into um the relay folder. Okay, so that you can see this. Let me make this a bit bigger. All right, so if I do, so at this point you can see that I have the folder created. All right, in the in the relay folder, I have everything cloned into the relay folder. All right, cool. So so what's next? Let's see. Let's close this, and then so let's go ahead. Now let's go and open this. You can see that if I do cd samples and do, so as you can see, there's a groove buzzer. So we are going to be using the buzzer for this. So I entreat you to go check this out if you want to try this on your own. So we're going to use the buzzer. So that's what we'll be using. So let me go ahead and fire up my Visual Studio 2019. Let me start this as the administrator. Yes. Sorry if your screen went blank for a sec, because this whole administrator thing just pops it all open. Okay, so I'm going to go to Open Project Solution. Open this, and if you remember, we put it in repo, and then it's actually in relay. Yeah, there we go. And then we go to samples. All right. And then in samples, we are doing the buzzer. If you remember, I mentioned that we're doing the buzzer. All right. So, oh, did I actually open? Let's see. Open project solution. Yeah, so repo. No, so let's go to D. Repo. Um, relay. Samples. Groove buzzer. Let's see. That is strange. Okay, hold on, give me a sec. Let's see. let me go ahead and let me try something here. Let's see, because this is strange. So let's do file, open CMake, and then let me go back here, repo relay samples bazaar. Yep, CMake list. If I open this, okay, that opened, and then let me see. Let me check the manifest. Okay, all these things are here. This is a bit strange. Let's see the main. It's a groove. There's a relay. Relay off. Relay on. Let me be sure that okay, so let's go and check this out. Let me be sure. So this has been added as out. Is it picking from? Oh, okay. So let me connect. Where is that? Great. So let me connect. Um, I'm going to connect this right now, and let me push it here so you can see it. And wait for this to build up. Let's wait for that to build up. Build up, build up. Okay. And let me look for the sphere. So Azure Sphere command prompt. Let's open this in administrator mode. Okay, and this is what I'm going to do. So AZ Sphere logging as usual. Let me log in and see if I can claim this device. Um, this was Outlook, so yep. Yep, sign out and sign in with a different user. I'm trying to connect to the sphere so I can enable development on that. So this. Okay. Hopefully this should connect to my tenant and give me access to what I'm looking for. So yeah, so connected to the tenant. So device. So enable development. So this is a command to use. Okay, if I want to put yeah, if I want to put the device in development mode, I could do enable development or the shortcut EDV. All right. So this is going to put the device in the development mode, which means that it's going to stop any updates coming from Azure Sphere, sorry, the Azure Security Services from downloading onto the device. So yep. When this is done, applying the device capability is going to reboot the device. So this makes the device ready to accept code that you're going to put on it. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. So, yep, deploying, 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 deploying. Uh, okay, yep, now I have all that in view. Great, so that has been done. So now I can minimize this, and I think I should actually close Visual Studio and start it again. This is the reason why I'm doing this. So yeah, There you go. Remember and actually trust this application. I still have my antivirus running. So what's happening is that I didn't connect the sphere before running Visual Studio. So sometimes this causes a problem of Visual Studio not recognizing the device. That's why I had to close Visual Studio and run it again. Okay, so just bear with me on that. And yeah, I just noticed something strange because when I opened the first time I opened the solution, it actually has a solution in there, but I had to open the CMake file because it's a C thing, and it's not. Let's see. Okay, for sake of what's let me just try opening this to see. It's the same thing here. Okay, so this is okay. So this is not that. So let's go ahead and close this folder. And let's open a project or solution. So we know it's in D. Let me try the one I initially downloaded, which is the same as. Let's go to samples and let's go to the buzzer. Okay, 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 okay. So let's go back to what we had. So relay, samples, the groove buzzer. Hmm, this is so no. Let's actually what do we do? Yeah, let's close this. Let's go to file, open CMake. Yep, relay samples groove. Yes, let's open this CMake file. That is good. So this has been added. The output has been added here. That's fine. And then let's go to uh, yep. So we need to change this to GDB debug HL core. That's when it's going to see our groove sensor. So right here. And then let's go to the manifest, app manifest, and ensure that, okay, so we have this, all the digital pins sorted out. And then, yep, let's check the main. So what's happening here? We've got the groove, we've got the relay solid. So all that is going to do, we need a terminator handle. That's to stop the whole like looping action. And this is one, there's a variable that is supposed to detect whether we requested to stop the loop or to run the sphere. And then this is the main and the main state. So just stating, it's just checking the state of the relay, whether it is on or off. And then, starts to do the action where it checks if the state is not true. And this happens for like, like 2 seconds. It turns it on and off, on and off. So let's go ahead. I'm going to run this. And yes, allow. This is because I have my antivirus on. If you don't have any antivirus on, you don't have any problem. So this is building. And then, yep, we go gradually copying to the device. And when this is done and deployed, okay, there you go. So now I'm going to flip to this screen for you to see. So as you can see, the relay comes on. As you can see, look. So the relay comes on. The light of the relay comes on and it goes off for 2 seconds. Comes on and goes off. Comes on and goes off. Comes on and goes off. Cool. So this is now that we have the relay working. We've been able to trigger the relay every 2 seconds. And let me show you what's happening here. So we're also logging the output. Let me zoom this in. Unfortunately, okay, hold on. Let me get my zoom it tool. Yep, running. And then I can do control 1. Yep. So you can see that if you look into this is the logs. All right, let's escape this. Come here. Let me bring this down here and then do my control 1 again. So if you look in here, you can see that it's toggling. You can see the relay on, relay off, on, off, as it's showing down there. As it toggles, it shows it. All right. Let me show this properly. Yeah. Yep. Because of the zoom, it's not picking. But then that's what's happening. Anytime it toggles, it shows it. All right. So the first part is done. Now the next thing we probably need to do. Let me bring this down a bit. Is instead of 2 minutes, 2 seconds, let's redeploy and do 5 seconds, or probably even 10 seconds. Okay, it goes on for, because if you're going to be triggering the relay, we want it to have some lapse time. All right, so let's run this again. Okay, so waiting for this to be deployed. Yep, I'm actually trying to get this done so I can go, have some fun. It's New Year's Eve, right? Okay, we're waiting for this to deploy. Yep, there you go. So if I take you to, as you can see, it's waiting. Now we're doing 10 seconds. So it's waiting for 10 seconds and then it's gone off. So waiting for another 10 seconds. And this comes on. Good. Now, this is probably a good candidate for us to now move to the next phase where we connect the fan to the relay and trigger the fan from the relay. All right. So to do this, I'll deliberately stop this and actually just move it to like about 20 seconds. I mean, just because I don't want it to be, let's save this and I'll deploy this again. Now, whilst that is happening, okay, let me um, let me open Notepad, and forgive me for this, but trust you me, I have how do I call it? I have a tablet, okay, that I will set up properly to give you good illustrations coming 2020. I just had that in. I just have to set it up. So no, I was actually not looking for Notepad. I was actually looking for wet paint. So MS Paint. Yeah, that's what I was looking for as my whiteboard. Okay. Okay, yeah, so we have it going. So as you can see, we've increased it to 20 seconds. So this is going to run for 20 seconds and then wait for 20 seconds, go off for 20 seconds and come back for like another 20 seconds. Okay, so let's get back to this. So this is how it's going to be wired. All right, let's use a star, okay, to represent the fan. All right, let's use a star to represent the fan. And then I'm going to use a line. So, and let's say we have our power source here. I think I can use this. Uh, um, yep. Let's get rid of this. So let's say we have our power source here, okay, and then we have our fan here. All right. So yeah, I'm going to use a pencil. So this is how we're going to connect it. So one side of the fan power is going to go here, all right, and the other here, and then the other side from the fan will go this way. So now this side is going to go into the relay. So right here. So we have our relay here. All right. So now this side, we can probably say this is positive. This is, negative, and then there's an extension, you know, something. There's an extension coming here. But this is how we're going to connect it. Where you have the fan here, one side of the fan goes straight to the relay, the other side goes to power, the other side of the fan goes to power. I mean, this is just a simple illustration, something very basic. All right. So let me take you to the bench and let's try to do this. So to do this, I am going to um, first of all, I'm going to turn. Let me just turn this off. All right. So I'm going to turn the fan off for now, so you can see that there's nothing running here. Maybe let me get some. How do you call it? Let me just get some sticky note and put somewhere here. on the fan. So you can see that, yeah, when it's running, you can see that it's actually moving. Cool. All right. So this this is what I was talking about. Okay, so this is it. This is the connection here. So I'm going to break this up. Okay, and I'm just going to let the fan, I'm going to let the system work. All right, or else what I can do is I can just connect it from here. Actually, let me stop it from warning. We're dealing with power. Be very, and please disclaimer, be very careful with this, because this is coming off. This is coming off of 240 volts. So please be careful. Please be careful. This is AC current, risk of electric shock. Please be careful. Okay, so this is what we have now. So this is it. So if you look at it carefully, this is the wiring here. So one of this, I just broke the circuit. So the relay is the one that's going to connect the circuit. I think this is a normally, open circuit relay. I'm not sure, but hey, we can look at the specs. But I just want to do this. So let me get my Phillips or whichever screw set you have, and then let me put this on. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to disconnect the sphere so there's no power coming in from the sphere and take this off for safety sakes. And then I'm going to, so now I just want to close the circuit to enable this fan work. So let's do this. Let's open this up. Actually, let me just do the full screen so you can see what's going on here. So I'm going to open this up. Hopefully we don't burn or blow anything, because I have suffered a few power surges in the past couple of days that actually broke a lot of my things. So hopefully um, this doesn't cause anything. I don't think there's any polarity checks on this, so just be careful when you're doing this. So if you have a wire stripper or something, use it, or whatever you're going to use to strip the wires. So I think I need to open this a bit more. This is proving okay. Let me open this up a bit more. I don't see why this is struggling, but okay. Let me get it to be a bit thinner. Let's get it to be thin. Then we can push it in. Okay. So okay. I think I pushed enough in that I can actually screw back. Yep. Yep. That went in well. And then now the other side, which yeah, yep, there you go. So let's connect this side to it here. Yep, that was much easier. Okay, and then tighten this very well so we don't have anything coming up. Okay, so now as you can see, this is connected, this is connected. Let me now go ahead and put this into the mains. Alright, so this is connected to the mains, and as you can see, Nothing is working. The fan is not working. Okay, this is the sphere. We have the sphere here, the fan here. We have our relay here. Nothing is working. So I'm going to go ahead and connect the relay. Okay, so at this point, there's no voltage coming in from the sphere to the fan. All right, so let's go ahead and now power. Let's go ahead and power the sphere. Okay, now check that out. So the fan is going to run for like 20 seconds, and then it's going to go off for another 20 seconds, and then it's going to come back on for another 20 seconds, because that is what we've programmed it to do. So let me bring the relay here a bit so you can see it. There you go, the relay is off and the fan goes off. So think about the scenario where we have multiple sensors on the sphere. We have a gas sensor, we have a temperature humidity sensor that is constantly sending data to Azure IoT Central, or IoT Hub. And then if there's a change in temperature, or there's gaseous compound, gases, then it sends a signal to the sphere, trigger this relay to turn on the fan to blow all the bad gas away. And that is what I wanted to show you today. So we've been able to connect a fan running 240 volt using the Groove relay and then the Groove shield for the Azure sphere to trigger it. Now, this is what to expect come 2020. We're going to have a lot of real cases, smart gardening, smart homes, crazy solutions that we're going to build, and then we're going to do them live on this channel. So, with that said, this is what I wanted to show you today, how to connect relays. Now, this works with any of the Groove shields. Now, if for any reason you need to have any of this Groove shield or any of the sensors or any of the kits, get in touch with me. Let's make this happen. So, my New Year's message to you: stay positive, open-minded, be open to opportunities, prepare for opportunities, learn to connect with people, share what you've learned, and together we can make the world a better place. Thank you for joining my stream today. If you like what you see and want to see more, please subscribe right here. Subscribe to the channel. Right here. Subscribe right here. Subscribe to the channel. Send us feedback. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you want to see. And then, hey, I'll be more than happy to help you. With that said, this has been Samuel Adranyi for the very last episode of IoT Tuesday in 2019. See you in a prosperous 2020. See you in a mind-blowing 2020. See you in an opportunities-filled 2020. I am out, and have a wonderful, wonderful new year.